Welcome guys, so this is just going to be a quick introduction to tempo training and mainly just to show you guys how to understand and read tempo. So you probably have seen a sequence of numbers like this on your training program in the past, but you will definitely start seeing it more from us in the future. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick lesson on how to read the sequence of numbers and what do they actually mean with regards to training. So basically this sequence of numbers broken down is just going to be the time under tension or the speed at which you perform certain parts of the rep throughout your set. So let's start with the first number, which is going to be the 2. For this example we're going to be using the bench press, and we are going to be using, there can be a plethora of sequence of numbers that you can use. You can use different numbers on each of these. That will just impact the way that the rep looks, but for this example we are going to use 2, 0, 1, 0, and we're going to start off with the 2. So the 2 is going to be the counts on the negative portion of the rep. So 2 is going to be the amount of counts that you spend going down. So remember, we're using the bench press on this example. So for the bench press, using the 2, we're going to be going down 1, 2. So we're going to be doing a 2 count negative if we have these sequence of numbers. So then the next number is going to be the 0. This is going to be the pause at the bottom of the rep, or the end of the negative. So because it is a 0, we're not going to be pausing on our chest. We're going to be moving straight up into the positive portion of the rep. Like I said, this could be, on another day, this could be a 1 or a 2. That means you'll spend 1 or 2 counts on your chest or in the bottom range of the negative rep where you are pausing at the bottom. So because this is 0, we are spending no time there. That means what it will look like is you'll be going down 1, 2 and starting to go straight up again. So the third number is going to be the 1. So the 1 is the counts in the positive part of the rep, the 1 over here, and that's going to be the positive portion. So if we were to look at the first 3 numbers, the rep would kind of look like this: 1, 2, 1. So no pause at the bottom. We have the 1 count on the positive portion of the rep, and then the last number is going to be the pause at the top of the rep. So because it's a 0, we're not pausing at the top either. So that means the rep will ultimately look like this: 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Okay, no pauses on the chest or at the bottom or at the top. Okay, so, but let's use a different example. So let's say it would look like 3, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so it's still sticking to the bench press. If we had the example 3, 2, 2, 2, that would look like this. We'd go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and start again. So you can play around with this, and basically what the tempo does is it dictates which portion of the rep you are focusing on more. If you want to increase your bench press strength, you'd probably add a little bit more time in the pause at the bottom to help you really get strong out of the bottom of the rep. And vice versa, if you want to focus on gaining more muscle, we would usually lengthen the counts on the negative portion. We won't go too much higher than 3, because that's usually the sweet spot for the negative portion of the rep, when you go 1, 2, 3. But then you can play around with different counts on different portions of the rep, and that is basically how to read tempo training, or how to read the sequence of numbers with regards to tempo training. And you'll definitely start to see it more in the future in your training programs, as it is a very useful tool to use and understand. So I hope this made sense, and I hope that you are looking forward to incorporating this in your workouts in the future.